This is the Automotive Blockchain Channel, and welcome everyone. Hey, subscribers, love dub from my heart goes out to you. Thank you very much for subscribing. Also, thank you to all who have put in comments in the comment section. And for you who are new to the channel, go ahead, get on in. We have more than 4 doors. Buckle up because we're about to begin. This video is actually part 1 of 2 that is going to be discussing the principles of artificial intelligence as it pertains to the automotive industry and to manufacturers. Part 1, we are going to be talking about the BMW Group and their 7 principles for AI. And in this article, right here on the press.bmwgroup.com site, it reads, 7 principles for AI. BMW Group sets out code of ethics for the use of artificial intelligence. And that just came out here earlier in October. All right. Now, I just want to kind of note right here. See these little stars are here? It says over 400 use cases throughout the value chain are pertaining to some of this AI. 400 use cases. So in this video, it's actually going to, we're going to be covering just a couple of use cases. But first, let's get into the 7 principles. What are they? Let's dig into them. All right. And we're going to read through the top of them. I'll dig into actually just a few of them because we got a lot to cover in this video. All right. Human agency and oversight. This is a big one. The BMW Group implements appropriate human monitoring of decisions made by AI applications and considers possible ways that humans can overrule the algorithmic decisions. Let's move on to the second one. Technical robustness and safety. The BMW Group aims to develop robust AI applications and observes the applicable safety standards designed to decrease the risk of unintended consequences and errors. I like this one because if you think about it from the manufacturing process where in the production facilities, there's a lot of the goal to reduce the injury of humans or other things that have to deal with faulty parts. That's a big deal, and manufacturers can lose a whole lot of money when it comes down to accidents that happen while in production. So they're looking for risks of unintended consequences and errors. And that's just one of the many, many examples of that. Privacy and data governance is the third one. The fourth is transparency. BMW Group aims for explainability of AI applications and open communication where respective technologies are used. Fifth, diversity, non-discrimination, and fairness. Let's dig into this. The BMW Group respects human dignity and therefore sets out to build fair AI applications. This includes preventing non-compliance by AI applications. 6, environmental and societal well-being. And then number 7 is accountability, where the BMW Group's AI applications should be implemented so they work responsibly. The BMW Group will identify, assess, report, and mitigate risks in accordance with good corporate governance. So the overall center of competence for the company is this thing called Project AI. And Project AI was launched in 2018 so that to ensure AI technologies are used ethically and efficiently. As the BMW Group's center of competence for data analytics, the machine learning, it ensures rapid knowledge and technical sharing across the company. So where is the BMW Group already using AI in the use cases? And I want to get into this so this way you guys can start to understand, and everyone, all the listeners, can understand just some. There are many on here, and I'm going to dive into just a few of them, of the use cases. All right, so examples from research and development as far as BMW is concerned. AI experts at the BMW Group are conducting R&D, research and development, work on AI-based software for in-vehicle energy management, taking user behavior. I'm repeating this very slowly. Taking user behavior and route information as a basis. The system learns how to adjust energy consumption in the car as effectively as possible to drivers' requirements and the need for energy efficiency. In this way, CO2 emissions can be reduced, energy saved, and operating range increased. Now, all that is fine and dandy, but there's another aspect of this, okay? And I'm not trying to just shove off the CO2 side. I'm just saying that BMW is already pushing towards, I believe it's 2035, 2030, of having zero emissions. So there's going to be a lot of electric cars anyhow. So that's going to be one of the main ways they're going to be able to reduce CO2 emissions. The hidden gem in this, though, is that all of this is going to be monitored while you're driving so that your car can run efficiently. So just keep that in mind. And once again, keep in mind too that as we think about artificial intelligence, as I've said in other videos, that anything in your vehicle that can be monitored will be monitored. And that could be, coming down to the way that you drive, your braking, your acceleration, all the sensors that are going to be throughout the car. And some of that information can be transferred over the air to databases, and they'll be wrapped up in the blockchain or some distributed ledger so that an entity, in this case BMW Group or an insurance company, can use it. Please keep that in mind. So I'm talking about the artificial intelligence associated with it. So let's move on to other use cases. They have acoustic analytics and sensory enhancements, and that's going to be with the sensors that are going on in your car, as I just kind of briefly mentioned. In this case, the acoustic side is that it'll be listening to what's going on around your vehicle. AI in requirements management. At the BMW Group, there are over 33,000 requirement specification documents containing, repeat, 33,000 requirement specifications containing more than 30 million individual requirements for vehicles. So there's a whole lot of AI requirements. Think about the resources. So let's move on to some other areas on how BMW is using AI. Examples of supply chain management and logistics. And this is just integrating AI with facility and robot systems. This application speeds up logistic processes by preventing unnecessary transport of empty containers on conveyor belts. To this end, the containers pass through camera stations. And once again, they don't want to be wasting time by plucking stuff off of a conveyor belt. It just wastes time and it also costs money. So you have to keep that in mind. Moving down, examples of in production. One such way would be nameplate checks. Another is the dust particle analysis in the paint shops. Yes, they are literally looking at how dust particles will build up in the paint job of your vehicle. And if you're one of those who are paying the $100,000+ or $200,000+ for a vehicle, you sure as heck want to make sure the paint job is intact and done well. So if there are any defects associated with that, they would be able to know about it before the car gets painted. AI control applications. And press shop reliability prevents pseudo defects. And just for everyone knows is that as far as production goes, BMW won the Connected Car Pioneer Award in 2020, and that was in recognition of its versatile use of AI in production. All right, for all of you true automotive people out there that are on the Tier 3 level, examples of after sales and customer service. So AI dealer service desks. Listen closely to this one, all right? If a BMW customer visits a dealer reporting a problem with their car, the problem needs to be identified quickly and the right solution found reliably. I'm going to pause right there. Here's the thing, with all the new sensors that they are putting in these vehicles, what I believe is going to be coming out is that the vehicle is going to tell you what actually is going on with the vehicle. All the sensors will be able to say, hey, this is what's recommended, etc., etc. Over-the-air updates would be sent to the car and sent to the insurance company and sent to your dealer of your dealership of your choice. Keep in mind, when I say dealership, I'm referring to a BMW dealership, a franchise dealership, not your secondary independent retail facility. Information would be sent there with parts needed, all that kind of stuff right to the store. I believe that's where it is going. Now, in this particular article, it's talking about to help them, meaning the service writers and technicians, etc., out. To help them do this, the service employee has the use of knowledge base, which has been expanded using a powerful software stack to include both an intelligent and scalable search facility and AI for processing the problem, cases, and knowledge data. This is a very, very big deal so that things can be accurately taken care of in your vehicle. So before all the sensors and everything start telling you exactly what's going to be going on with the car and everything that's going to be needed, there's going to have, in my opinion, there will be this gray period where the technology is just catching up. And at some point in time, service writers really won't have to do as much because it'll just automatically be telling everyone what's needed, and parts will be ordered at the dealership of choice. So moving on from there, as far as the financial services side goes, AI-based customer interaction in WeChat. Chatbots help to significantly increase the quality and availability of customer service. In China, BMW Financial Services offers its customers an AI-based chatbot via a widely used WeChat. The chatbot allows customers to ask questions regarding their personal finance agreement or make changes to their agreement. These bots are the first trained to deal with the topics for which most questions are received by a call center. So That would be that one. They also go into examples in building management, examples for administration and support functions. I want to throw this one out there for you. So this is going to be customized machine translation. The BMW Group is a multinational company, everyone. Everyone knows this. It is huge, okay? They have a presence in over 100 countries. Its customers, its dealers, its employees speak hundreds of languages, and there is an enormous daily influx of multilingual text from external sources. Okay, so basically you're picturing post Tower of Babel. There's a whole bunch of babbling going on, and the AI and all of the companies and the silos within the BMW Group have to figure all that stuff out. Well, human translation of all the multilingual data does not make sense due to the volume and cost it involved. So what happens? Freely available translation solutions are not permitted for reasons of information protection and often fail to provide the correct translation. When you're trying to translate something from Urdu to Hindi to English to German, and all that has to happen pretty quickly. I mean, you know how it is. All right. So with that in mind, BMW is forming this thing called and I'm highlighting it in blue, the BMW language, the lingua franca of BMW. All right. So that's what they're developing. Example of customers and vehicle functions. Let's get into this one. Driver assistance. All right, everybody, look. Driver assistance. AI is the key automated driving. Okay. Artificial intelligence is key to automated driving. All right. And kind of everybody knows that. So they're going to use it in driver assistance. As far as the BMW Intelligent Personal Assistant, I'm kind of chuckling there because every time I see the BMW Intelligent Personal Assistant, I just think BMW IPA. Well, the Germans like their beer. So the BMW IPA group, listen, and no, drinking and driving, I'm not hinting towards that and joking around about that for those of you that may have bent that way. But no, it's not a funny thing. It's just when I see that, I think they should have known that to be an acronym. The BMW Group has revolutionized driving pleasure with the BMW Intelligent Personal Assistant, the IPA, introduced in 2019. Basically, what you're allowed to do is you can say, hey, BMW, and the car will go ahead and respond. The BMW Intelligent Assistant increasingly allows the car to be operated, functions to be accessed, and information obtained by voice command alone. Now you have to wonder, given that everyone knows about Siri and knows about Alexa and knows about all those other automated voice recognition things out there, do you possibly wonder that your voice is also going to be captured on here for entering? We all know that certain vehicles, such as the Bentleys, etc., will start by you just saying, vehicle start. So that is one of the things that we have to keep in mind, and that will definitely be, in my opinion, the future. So listen, everyone, this video goes through just some of the use cases for the BMW principles of artificial intelligence. Let me know what you think of the video. It is a little in depth, I understand. That being said, stay tuned for part number 2, where we talk about the 4 principles of artificial intelligence by Mercedes-Benz.